It's like I don't want to change the flag now because I don't want anybody to think anything's up. But, so, today I wanted to talk about Tim Pool. I like the guy. He seems funny to me. He's very funny to me. I like his cadence. Just the way he says things is hysterical to me sometimes. He's very dry. I think he's very funny. He hates the far left. The regressive, whatever he calls them, a certain thing. The regressive left. I don't know. He has got a whole big bunch of loaded names for him, but he fucking hates them, and he calls them out for their stupidity constantly. And man works hard. He puts out like 6 fucking videos a day or some shit. It's ridiculous the amount of work he puts in. But he does good stuff. Generally, he's pretty on the ball. He can sometimes get drawn into goofy things, but for the most part, he's pretty solid. I don't know. He's just very funny to me. Like, it's really good whenever he gets really excited about something. He's everywhere. But I figured I'd share with you some of the funny things I heard Tim say when I was watching his videos today. Like, he's somebody that I'll let go for a while, and then I'll catch up, because it's funny. Because he says a lot of the same things over and over and over again. So if you watch a bunch of his videos at once, it just starts getting hysterical. And Tim, if you're watching this, dude, stop saying gaffes. No, stop it. Like, Tim learned the word gaff, and now everybody's doing gaffes, and it's constantly gaffes. Stop gaffes. Ugh. Anyways, so here's some funny Tim clips.
Former recipients include Jennifer Mundy, the Tate's head of art historical research, and Georgina Herman Obe, an eminent archaeologist and the first woman to discover Afghanistan's lapis lazuli mines in the 1960s. The first woman to discover it? What does that mean? How you have to explain that to me. It doesn't. Did like a man discover it and then a woman showed up later after she knew where it was and they said she discovered it? No, if she discovered it, she was the first person to discover it. What is it? This is what you get, okay? This is what happens with identitarianism. The first woman to discover the mines. I don't know what that means. Right? Are you telling me that a guy found it first and then she showed up after the fact? Or was she just the person to discover it? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he kind of picks up on those funny little things every once in a while, man. And whenever he figures one of those out, it's hysterical to watch him just kind of try and work it through his mind. Very funny guy. He kind of got big around the Occupy Wall Street. He was on the ground, during that whole thing, reporting on it. He did some big things after that. He's worked for a whole bunch of different publications. So he's pretty well, pedigreed. He knows his shit. He's been to war zones and shit like that. He'll tell you all about it repeatedly. But yeah, and like he's even covered some of the dangerous areas that I've covered before.
Ticeno and Blaze 34 were last seen in the city of Bobo Dioulasso in Burkina Faso's southwest.
How many of you have been around long enough to remember the name Burkina Faso? Right? Remember Burkina Faso?
And had planned to drive to the capital of
Ouagadougou. Ouagadougou.
Sorry, I'm not trying to pronounce it wrong on purpose. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I could never really. It's like Ouagadougou or something like that. Remember the city of gold, Ouagadougou, where everybody sends me emails saying that they need my help because they're sick or whatever, and all they need is their money from Ouagadougou in Burkina Faso. I remember when I used to read my junk mail. So I thought that was kind of funny. It was fun to watch him try and pronounce the fucking name because, Jesus Christ, that was something, Ouagadougou. But yeah, and he's got one clip that I pulled that I keep that I fucking love this clip because I'm going to use it so much, I think. Anytime somebody makes a video about me where they just fucking do some ridiculous shit, you're going to hear this.
Wonderful. You've created a false narrative, a straw man, you've made assumptions, and from those assumptions, you are now creating the narrative. Absolutely beautiful. It's all, yeah.
So, yeah, I like Tim Pool. He, like I said, he's a smart guy. He's kind of a leftist. He's very center-left, but he's reasonable and rational, and he, like, thinks through things, and he understands that there's more than just one way to solve a problem. And it's interesting, and it's interesting to watch his take on things. You know, he's kind of where I try and stay a little more grounded, because he's a lot more left than I usually, watch, because usually people that are, I mean, he's, it's like you're either on the left and therefore far extreme, or you're on the right and therefore on the right or whatever, or is going far into extreme or whatever. But like, he's kind of center left. He's got some goofy things that he thinks, but he's got some smart ideas. So I like watching Tim. I think he's the missing link. He's the missing link between the left and the right. He's left enough, but center enough that he's just a brilliant bridge between both sides, I think. So it's always fun to watch his take on stuff. You just check him out if you want to. Yeah, Tim Pool. I like Tim Pool. I think he's Timcast, Tim Pool. He's got a shit ton of channels. Timcast Gaming, I think, is one of his channels. I don't know. But he does, he plays video games and shit like that. I don't know, he's just kind of a normal guy. Like, he's just a dude, but he's real smart. And he's, he's good. So, there you go. If you were looking for somebody to check out Tim Pool, check out Timcast. Or whatever.